Reading quotes in life lessons is like conversing with the finest minds of past centuries. Turn knowledge into an advantage with these life lessons. And what could be better than a conversation with one of the most brilliant and innovative thinkers in human history, Albert Einstein?
There are few enough people with sufficient independence to see the weaknesses and follies of their contemporaries and remain themselves untouched by them.
This quote reflects the importance of maintaining individuality and critical thinking in a world where conformity and peer influence often prevail.
Small is the number of them that see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts.
This quote suggests that true understanding and empathy are rare qualities, and that most people are content to simply follow the crowd and accept the opinions of others.
May the conscience and the common sense of the peoples be awakened, so that we may reach a new stage in the life of nations, where people will look back on war as an incomprehensible aberration of their forefathers.
This statement holds a hopeful and optimistic view, suggesting that if people become more aware and sensible, they can progress to a point where they no longer understand or tolerate war, considering it a strange and unacceptable behavior of their ancestors.
The state is made for man, not man for the state. And in this respect, science resembles the state.
This quote highlights the importance of human beings and their needs, emphasizing that the state should serve the people rather than the other way around. It draws a parallel between science and the state, suggesting that both should prioritize the well-being and progress of humanity.
It is important to understand that even in theory, the payment of the worker is not determined by the value of his product.
This quote highlights the disparity between the value of a worker's product and their payment, prompting us to question the fairness of our economic systems and the treatment of laborers.
Taken on the whole, I would believe that Gandhi's views were the most enlightened of all the political men in our time.
This statement expresses a strong opinion about Gandhi's political views, suggesting that they were exceptionally enlightened compared to other political figures of the time.
A human being is a part of the whole, called by us universe, a part limited in time and space.
This quote encourages us to see ourselves as interconnected with the vast universe, reminding us of our smallness in the grand scheme of things.
I believe, indeed, that overemphasis on the purely intellectual attitude, often directed solely to the practical and factual, in our education, has led directly to the impairment of ethical values.
This statement highlights the importance of a balanced education that not only focuses on acquiring knowledge but also emphasizes the development of ethical values and principles. It suggests that a narrow focus on practical and factual aspects may hinder the cultivation of moral character.
Without ethical culture, there is no salvation for humanity.
This quote emphasizes the importance of ethics in guiding human behavior and shaping society. It suggests that without a strong moral foundation, humanity is destined for downfall and cannot achieve true salvation.
Ich habe keine besondere Begabung, sondern bin nur leidenschaftlich neugierig.
This quote conveys a sense of curiosity and enthusiasm towards learning. It suggests that passion and curiosity are more important than innate talent or ability.
He must learn to understand the motives of human beings, their illusions, and their sufferings in order to acquire a proper relationship to individual fellow men and to the community.
This statement emphasizes the importance of empathy and understanding in building meaningful connections with others, highlighting the need to recognize and empathize with the motivations, illusions, and sufferings of individuals in order to foster healthy relationships within a community.
I think that only daring speculation can lead us further and not accumulation of facts.
This statement encourages us to embrace bold and imaginative thinking, suggesting that progress and innovation are not achieved through mere accumulation of information, but by daring to speculate and explore new ideas.
The strange thing about growing old is that the intimate identification with the here and now is slowly lost. One feels transposed into infinity, more or less alone, no longer in hope or fear, only observing.
This quote reflects the wisdom and introspection that comes with age. It suggests that as we grow older, our perspective shifts from being focused on the present moment to a broader understanding of our place in the universe. It also hints at a sense of detachment and acceptance, as we become mere observers of life rather than active participants.
The world is in greater peril from those who tolerate or encourage evil than from those who actually commit it.
This quote reminds us of the importance of taking a stand against wrongdoing and not turning a blind eye to it. It emphasizes the idea that passive acceptance of evil can be just as harmful as actively participating in it.
Whoever undertakes to set himself up as a judge of truth and knowledge is shipwrecked by the laughter of the gods.
This quote highlights the dangers of arrogance and overconfidence in our own understanding. It serves as a reminder that we should approach the pursuit of truth and knowledge with humility and an open mind.